What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, we actually have an interesting topic. As you guys know, with this channel, we do a lot of one-offs here, where we talk about a leak or something that isn't very interesting and could have been made into like a 1-minute segment, depending on if you watch the old style of my content like a year ago. But because of the fact that I just ramble on about stuff now, and the fact that you guys kind of subscribe for the rambly content at this point, you kind of get this, right? So in today's YouTube video, we'll be talking about the holo-back-bling. Now, this is a back-bling that's existed for a long time now, and throughout the entire history of this back-bling being in the game, there has been one thing we've always known about it, or I guess a few things. One is that you were able to actually equip sprays on the back-bling via, you know, some actual bots and, you know, third-party API requests out there that I can't actually condone because of the fact that, you know, they're not officially supported by Epic Games, endorsed, or anything like that. But there's been a lot of ways to actually mess with these back-blings and, you know, the things you could put your emojis on in order to have a lot more customization with them. But the second thing that has been in existence regarding these backblings is the fact that you were never able to use an animated emoticon on them, right? If you decided to try equipping an animated emoticon, it wouldn't let you. However, with some animated emoticons, such as the Kid Leroy animated emoticon, which is still in the game right now without the actual animation mark on there, so if it doesn't have that special tag, you are still able to actually equip them on the backbling. And what that does mean is that you actually get a very glitched version of them. I'll go ahead and pop an image on screen that you can see right here of the actual Kid Leroy smile emoticon that is an animated emoticon being placed on the holo-back backbling. Because of the glitch and because of these not actually being properly supported in the game, they have this weird issue where it shows every single emoticon frame instead of it just being one version of the emoticon or an animated version on the backbling. Well, according to G-Matrix Games over on Twitter, who has been posting a lot of leaks regarding upcoming content for the near future of the game, it appears that Epic Games is working on, at least behind the scenes, a updated version of this backbling that is going to support animated emoticons, meaning that in the very near future, you will be able to go ahead and throw whatever animated emoticon out there you want, such as the Leroy Smile one we just shown you guys, on these backblings. And I think it's going to be very interesting because technically you were always able to, right? You've been able to put sprays on these for the longest time, you've been able to put animated emoticons on here for the longest time, there's been countless videos about, hey, Epic Games messed up this thing, so guess what? You can put this animated emoticon, or this glitch backbling on, whatever they want to call it in their videos and everything, and oh, okay, that's an amazing way to have this video go. Alright, let's just continue the topic. But it's like you can do all these crazy things with the backbling if you do this trick here or there, and it appears that Epic Games might just be deciding, you know, with the animated emoticon support coming in the near future, to just allow all these crazy customizations naturally, right? And I think that will be something that will be fun to see in the game once it officially does release, because it gives you, the creator, a lot more opportunities to mix and match things to make a better combination for yourself. It allows you to use some of those emoticons that you got from special rewards, such as, you know, like Twitch drops, competitive events and stuff, that were only ever released from that competitive event itself, and it allows us, you know, just to have some fun, right? It allows us to see that they're going back and updating these older cosmetics to actually support the newer system and the things that Epic Games releases a lot more frequently into their game. But of course, this does bring up an interesting question for me. Since they're working on animated emoticon support, and we know that Epic Games has actually been starting to work on spray cosmetics more, as we've seen with the brand new spray skins, which support animated sprays just without the animation on them, will they make it so in the very near future we're able to actually use sprays on stuff like the holo-back-bling and everything else, right? Because we've had a lot of these unique things and we've had a lot of glitches that already work in the game, but it would be interesting just to see how Epic Games can evolve everything and make these older cosmetics that people have purchased before a lot more useful and a lot more valuable without having to do third-party tricks such as using API requests in order to actually put on a special spray you might like in the game, or an animated emoticon that you just wanted to put on because you thought it would look funny to have like 9 or 12 versions of it on your back, right? I think it would just be very nice to see all of this stuff happen when they eventually do get around to changing everything up and deciding, hey, this is what we want to do, right? This is how we're going to improve it. Congratulations. And, you know, of course, if they want to give people free refunds or whatever, they could, when I don't see them really needing to do that, because this is more so them in a way, if you think about it, like adding more to an old cosmetic instead of taking something away. But of course, I would love to hear in the comments down below regarding the whole entire animated emoticon system. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you not really care that much? Or is it just something that you're like, okay, why is Epic Games focusing on this when there's a lot of other things to focus on, right? But I do think it's interesting to see that there are leaks of it being worked on instead of it just being already released or something like that, right? Because if you think about it from the outsider standpoint, it might seem like, oh, this is just going to be some sort of simple fix, right? You just go ahead, bada bing, bada boop, push 2 buttons, and then congratulations, your animated emoticons work in game. but of course that isn't how the game always goes down, and there's a lot of other things that happen all the time with it, so we really just kind of, gotta wait and see how Epic Games decides to improve the system over time, and just see how well it works, right? Because they could obviously do what they're doing with those spray skins we talked about in yesterday's video, where it doesn't animate it and it's just the first frame of it, or they could do something that I think would be pretty cool, which is to actually make it fully animated, on your back and everything, so you can see the shine, whatever animation's going on there, and make the back blings have a lot more use. But of course, it really depends on how they see the back bling and how it's different between an animated version and a static first image frame version of it, right? So of course, we just kind of gotta wait and see. And it's just nice to know that Epic Games is still going back and working on these older cosmetics to improve them for the future. And who knows, maybe when they improve them, it's like, hey, you got it when it was cheaper now, but since it has this bonus with all these new features and everything, it's a lot better, it's a lot crazier and everything else, and it has, a price increase, for example, right? Because I do think they've increased the cost of some cosmetics before, like the pot of gold pickaxe used to be at least one rarity lower, and then they upped it at a certain point to a higher rarity, and I think they increased the price as well, so it would just be interesting to see them do something like that in the near future, where they increase the price of an older cosmetic because of it offering more now, and allowing people to actually just enjoy, the new benefits of it, especially if they owned it early. You kind of get bragging rights, right? You're like, oh, hey, I managed to do that. Look at me, right? So that's just very nice to see in the game and everything. And of course, that's all we got to talk about for today's YouTube video. So if you enjoyed it, consider dropping a like on the video, support the content I create. But of course, if you want to dislike it as well, feel free. And if you go to the comments down below and you see someone named Citator asking you to like a comment or heart it, just kind of ignore it, right? We don't need to pay attention to that at all. Just, ignore it. Everything will be fine. And you know what? I only said that because I know Citator is going to comment something on this video because it's just his natural instinct. But with that said, I'll see you champs and champions tomorrow with another video. Peace out.